Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Turing Test Podcast. Today we're diving into a topic that's been making waves recently, Google's greenhouse gas emissions. And spoiler alert, it's not looking great. Google's emissions have shot up by 48% in the last 5 years, and a big chunk of that is thanks to AI. Joining me today is Rachel, who as always has some strong opinions. Rachel, what's your take on this?
Well, Jamie, it's pretty alarming, to be honest. I mean, Google has been pushing AI into every nook and cranny of its operations, and while that's, kind of impressive, it's also wreaking havoc on the environment. Their latest environmental report is basically a confession that they can't keep up with their own energy demands. It's like they're trying to run a marathon with a broken leg.
That's a vivid image, Rachel. But seriously, isn't this just the price of progress? I mean, AI is revolutionizing everything from healthcare to customer service. Shouldn't we cut Google some slack for being at the forefront of this technological wave?
Oh, come on, Jamie. That's such a cop-out. Just because something is revolutionary doesn't mean we should ignore its downsides. Google's data centers are guzzling energy like there's no tomorrow. And let's not forget, these data centers are not all powered by clean energy. There's a huge disparity globally. In Europe and the Americas, sure, they're doing okay with carbon-free sources, but in places like the Middle East, Asia, and Australia, not so much.
Okay, fair point. But let's talk about the AI itself. Google's Chief Sustainability Officer, Kate Brandt, and Learning and Sustainability SVP, Benedict Gomes, have said that AI could actually help optimize hardware utilization and offer innovative solutions to energy challenges. Isn't that like a silver lining?
Yeah, if you believe in fairy tales. Look, the reality is that AI, especially generative AI like ChatGPT, uses a ridiculous amount of energy. We're talking 33 times more energy than traditional software. And while it's nice to think that AI could help solve the problem it created, we're not there yet. It's like trying to put out a fire with a garden hose. All right, so before we continue, just a quick shout out to Augmented AI, the producer of the Turing Test Podcast. Augmented AI hosts a variety of cutting-edge courses in generative AI, large language models, edge AI, robotics, and computer vision. You can get a free generative AI course at bit.ly/Turing Podcast or go to www.augmentedstartups.com.
But isn't that the point, Rachel? We're not there yet, but we could be. I mean, every new technology has its growing pains. Remember when the internet first became a thing? People were freaking out about how much energy it consumed. And now look at us. We've got data centers running on renewable energy and energy-efficient servers. Why can't AI follow the same path?
Because, Jamie, the scale is completely different. The internet didn't require the same level of computational power that AI does. We're talking about training models on hundreds of billions of words, running complex algorithms that need thousands of hardware accelerators. It's not apples to apples.
All right. But let's not forget that Google has set a target to reach net zero emissions by 2030. Isn't that like a step in the right direction?
Oh, sure, if you believe in unicorns. Google's own report admits that reaching net zero is going to be challenging, especially as they integrate more AI into their products. It's like they're setting themselves up for failure and hoping we won't notice.
Okay, Rachel, you're really not giving them any slack, are you? But let's switch gears a bit. What about the potential benefits of AI in combating climate change? There are studies suggesting that AI can help with everything from optimizing energy grids to predicting natural disasters. Isn't that worth something?
Look, I'm not saying AI doesn't have potential. It absolutely does. But we can't ignore the immediate impact it's having on our environment. It's like trying to justify smoking because it helps you lose weight. The negatives far outweigh the positives right now.
But isn't that a bit short-sighted? I mean, every technology has its teething problems. We need to invest in AI to unlock its full potential. Maybe the answer is to focus on making AI more energy efficient rather than, throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
And maybe the answer is to hold these tech giants accountable for their environmental impact. Google has the resources to invest in cleaner energy and more efficient technology. They just need to prioritize it. Instead, they're rushing to integrate AI into everything, even when the results are less than stellar.
Okay, Rachel, you've made your point. But let's not forget that AI is still in its infancy. We're going to see improvements, and hopefully those improvements will include better energy efficiency. In the meantime, maybe we should all be a bit more mindful of our digital carbon footprint.
Yeah, maybe. But until then, we need to keep the pressure on companies like Google, OpenAI, and NVIDIA, to name a few, to do better. They have a responsibility to lead by example, not just in innovation, but in sustainability, too.
Fair enough. Well, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to the Turing Test Podcast. And, Rachel, any final thoughts?
Just one. And lastly, don't forget to check out Augmented AI University to upgrade your skills and become an AI expert fast. Go to bit.ly/Turing Test Podcast to enroll in your free cutting-edge AI course at augmentedstartups.com. See you next time.
All right, you heard her. Thanks for listening, everyone. Catch you next time on the Turing Test Podcast.